This show is sponsored by printbymagic.com. We print directly to your bicycle playing cards.
Hello and welcome to the Magic World Review Show. I'm James Anthony and today I am reviewing the Smokewatch Pro by JOAO Miranda. And I am happening to be wearing this watch right now. Just haven't taken off the seal on the front. And let's put on the trailer first. Then I'll tell you what I think of the product and I'll kind of give you some close-ups of it as well. So here we go with the trailer. In fact, the trailer can just keep playing because it's just doing the adverts at the beginning of the trailer. So this is what it looks like. This is the watch. And in a minute, I'm going to compare that to a regular Apple Watch. But here we go. In Miranda, team created original smoke watch, changing the way magicians produce smoke. Did it really change the way? I'm not sure if it changed the way. There was the Vapor Watch, of course, which was fantastic, in my opinion. Just big, too big. But, of course, if you're holding your hand in this position, it's perfect. But I can't help but think a bit obvious. That's just me. But let's have a look. There's the watch. We're getting some nice, cool photos of it then. Videos. Ultimate version of this incredible prop. So, while he's talking about things, yep, you can produce beautiful smoke. Okay. I'd say somewhat true. I'd say about 80 or 90% true. Fits inside a smaller thing. That's the electronics that you get with it. And, okay, yep, that's just a magic trick. So, now this is the nice part about it. It's an instant charger. It's not the one that he's using on that video. You get a different one. You can decide if you want smoke for 3 or 5 seconds. So this is quite a cool new aspect, is that you have the choice of whether you want it to be for 3 seconds, or 5 seconds of smoke. So that's something new that's been added to this watch. The watch is smaller than the last watch as well, the Lynx watch I think it was called. And you have multiple choices on where you activate it from. So from both the side here and also from the button switch, which is right here. So you have multiple options. Now, to change from 3 to 5 seconds, there's a little switch on the inside that you just switch across. You can do the same thing as you do with the smoke cube. You can decide how long it's going to take, what the delay is before it starts. So let's turn off the trailer. So let's just not jump into this too much. Let's go to the price. £320 for this watch. So I will get more into that later, £320. You can choose when you first turn on the watch, within 10 seconds you have that window and you push the crown however many seconds you want. So 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then when it turns on, after 5 seconds, it will produce smoke. So I have done twice now smoke with this, so I want to now see what the smoke is like a third time with the liquid and the small amount of liquid that he recommends placing in. Now I know that with this light you might not be able to see it as well, so I'm going to kind of turn so that it's more the black background that you do. I'm going to push the button once, I feel it buzz, and now, okay. Now, I'm seeing probably a lot more than you are here, but for a third time of smoke, that seems to be better maybe than the Lynx watch. It does seem to be producing more smoke than I thought it would on the third time, and that's after about 15 minutes of waiting as well. So, okay, I'm taking back what I originally thought, because it took a little bit of time to warm up. I think it needed a bit of liquid at the beginning just to get it started, and now it's starting to produce probably more what I would expect. Let's go to a close-up of this watch. Oh, more importantly, it's just buzzed now to tell me that it's now ready to go again. You can't go within 30 seconds of the first blast of smoke. You've got to wait. So let's have a little look at this close-up. Here we go. That's the packaging. This is the box. And inside the box, you will get 2 cards, and you'll also get your watch, your charger, and everything else, which of course is on me. So you get the watch, you get this charger right here, which has a USB end to it. This can plug into any USB or into a USB plug. And the nice thing about this is that you can also charge your phone on it very well. But do check. I mean, I'm not vouching for that. It did charge mine when I placed it on, but please make sure that the correct voltages and everything is correct before you do that. I'm taking no responsibility for any damage. And then it comes with the all-important smoke liquid. So that's the package. Let's leave that over here. This is the watch itself. So I'm giving you a close-up of it here. Now, very important, you can see the watch closely here. I'm just going to go over here and get my other watch. This is my Apple Watch. So if we put them side by side, you can notice that there is quite a big difference in size. So this is one of my main gripes with it. Yes, they've made it maybe thinner, a little bit thinner, but if you compare it to what a normal Apple Watch would be, there's a big difference. Then there is, I'm finding this very, very uncomfy right now. I mean, it really is hurting me under here, and I've only worn it for 10 minutes. Here's your smoke section here. So by pushing this button, in a few seconds, the smoke is now coming out. See that? Okay, so why is it so painful? Let's take this off and have a look. Because the strap is quite comfy. That's nice. But yeah, I'm not sure if you can see this, but it's leaving me massive marks here, here, and here. But that bit there is digging in like crazy. And that, I'm pretty sure, is that. Let's have a little look from there. No, it can't be that. Oh no, so for this, what's leaving those horrible marks on me is this bit of wire here on the opposite side. I thought it would have been that, but it's not, it's that. But that is what is hurting me. That's what's hurting me the most. That is hurting me a little bit on the other side. You can definitely see it on both sides. So in terms of comfiness, I'm not very happy with that. I mean why would you put that coming out the bottom? It needs to come out the side and built into here, but not coming out the bottom where it hits you into your top of your hand. And the same with this here, really. And that's what I loved about the Vapor watches, that all the wires were built into the strap itself, which was fantastic. But the battery is there, that just goes on. You should never really have to take that off. And when you want, you just pop it onto there and it will start charging. So let's, this I found was better than most. It doesn't seem to get as hot as maybe the Lynx watch did. So I know the Lynx watch actually burned me a few times on the bottom. But you still have to make sure it's close to the front of your wrist and not too far back. Otherwise the smoke is going to hit you and burn you a little bit. So yeah, that is it. Let's come back to the main screen. So that is it. I'm not going to put this back on just because it is killing me. Sorry, the doorbell just went. However, we were discussing the size of the watch, and in my opinion, just the size of it versus this, to me, stands out more than anything to the spectator. I think for on stage, it is going to fly perfectly, no problem whatsoever. On camera close up, I mean, I still think people know the difference between an Apple Watch and something like this. So it does kind of stand out in that sort of ugly-ish fashion, even though it is a smartwatch. And at the same time, of course, nothing actually works. It's doing updates. Nothing works. So if this worked as an actual watch, I think it would change the way I feel about this completely. But it doesn't. Stop buzzing. This is just a blank watch that really doesn't seem to perform quite to the level that I would expect for £320. So I think that's what it comes down to most of all, is it worth £320 for this watch? And I would say only if you have a TV show, you have something where you have to be wearing short sleeves, where you have to perform something, maybe holding their wrist, doing things, and you want smoke to appear under the right circumstance, then this watch is for you. However, it is a little uncomfy. The smoke device on the bottom is not the most comfy either, and does protrude and leave maybe that much of a gap between the strap and yourself because it's feeding through it. And I think in terms of smoke devices from JOAO, I prefer the Cube more than anything. I love the Cube because it can be palmed in your hand here. It can be on a pull, so it'll just vanish very quickly. And it's really comfortable. The smoke is excellent on it. It's cheaper. and I'll put a link to the Smoke Cube in the Show More section down below. So for me, the Smoke Cube still is way out there, way above it. It's a great product. This, I cannot 100% recommend it in terms of, for me personally, and my uses for it. And to be honest, there's just too many smoke devices out on the market. They're everywhere, smoke devices here, there, and everywhere. And, you know, the Vapor Watch, we talked about that a little bit, and I've got the Vapor Watch upstairs. I did a review on it years ago, and it is just too big. But the way that the smoke comes out and through the actual strap, I believe, is the future. And that's, when you've got a product that's already doing something really, really well, why, you know, emulate it, make it more comfy. That actually felt like a watch. It was just too big. But this, like I say, is painful here, and I wouldn't want to be wearing it for more than 20 minutes. So there's my review. It does produce smoke. It looks good when it's producing. Do you need to, I think you need to ask yourself the question, do you need to have no sleeves? If you need to have no sleeves, then this is probably the only solution for you. However, if you are happy wearing sleeves, I believe then there are other solutions which might suit you better. So I hope you enjoyed the review. Let's give it a rating out of 10. And we have, personally, I'm giving this a 5 out of 10. Mainly because of the price, which I feel is exorbitant. And yes, it's got wireless charging, this, that, which is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I just don't feel it quite hits the mark for me. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't hit the mark for you. So if you love this watch or you pre-saled it, please let me know, and let me know your comments and thoughts about this once it is officially released and you've had a chance to play with it for a month. Please leave your comments down below as well. So thank you for watching this week's review show. Please do click the like, the subscribe, the alert, whichever platform you're watching this on, and I look forward to seeing you in the next review. Ciao.